What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. I'm going to be building an OU team around Mega Gardevoir, and then I'll be hopping on the ladder to test the team out, make improvements, and as always, you can find the final iteration of the team down below in the description if you do wish to try it out yourself. I've always seen Mega Gardevoir as just a very average Pokemon. Average speed stat right here at base 100. Base 165 special attack is very strong, however, unless you're hitting Pokemon super effectively, you're really not going to be OHKOing them at all. So because of that, I actually have a tech move right here with Healing-Wisp, which can allow you to get another win condition back into the game. Mega Gardevoir also allows you to go ahead and weaken Pokemon like Magearna and Heatran, which are the two most common switch-ins, so Pokemon that can take advantage of those being weakened or out of the way really appreciate Mega Gardevoir right here. And something that immediately came to mind when I was thinking about what I wanted to use was Choice Scarf Kartana. The reason being, obviously it appreciates Magearna being weakened, stuff like Skarmory and Celesteela are going to get worn down by Gardevoir too. Healing Wish support is great against Kartana because Kartana tends to get worn down by Pokemon like Tornadus T's Rocky Helmet, Landorus' Rocky Helmet sometimes, so I do like the idea of Choice Scarf Kartana in combination with Mega Gardevoir right here. Let's go ahead and run a Jolly Nature, and for now I think I will run 4 attacks. I might put Defog on here if I don't add another Defogger, however, I do think that I will be adding another Defogger just because coverage on Kartana is always the best case scenario right here. Let's add Dual Stab, Sacred Sword, and Knockoff for our 4 moves right here, alongside a Choice Scarf. And I like the combination already right here. We have nice shiny Mega Gardevoir with the Healing Wish support into Kartana. I like that. I do want Hazard Control, and I really don't want to put it on Kartana, so let's see what we can add in terms of that. Like Tapu Koko comes to mind for sure. What other forms of Hazard Control are there? I use Tapu Koko a lot. Scarf Landorus-T comes to mind. I don't know if I want to use Scarf Landorus-T today. Rotom-Wash should be a cool pick. Get Volt Switch momentum into both of these two. Let's keep that in mind. What other cool defoggers are there? Feeny. That would double up on fairies. I don't know how much I like that idea. I think Rotom-Wash could just be a good bet right here. Torn would be our other option, which Torn I use so much, I pretty much use it in every video, because it's like the best ground immunity in the tier. But I think Rotom-Wash is also a ground immunity that can go ahead and function just as well right here. So let's go ahead and run Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, and Defog right here. And I actually do like the berry set from now. And I used to say Leftover was more consistent, but ever since I tried out the berry set, I've definitely had a new appreciation for that. So let's run 248 right here. Let's run nearly max defense. I believe they run 204. And then the 56, I believe, goes into Spadef right here. It might go into speed. I believe the speed might actually be for Magearna. Let me go ahead and check. What does Magearna hit? Is it 221? I'm actually curious. No, Magearna definitely outspeeds us, never mind. I definitely should just put this into the Spadef right here. I'll get the stats double checked, but I'm pretty sure Spadef is correct. And we can just run minus attack right here. There's no reason to have attack investment. And now we have a Defogger, so I can keep these 4 moves on Kartana all I'd like. Defog is great for Pokemon like Mega Gardevoir. Don't want to get worn down by hazards or T-Spikes, especially given how physically frail it is already right here. So we already have half the team covered right here. What do I want to add from here? A Physical Breaker could be very nice. Completing the Volturn core is something I like to do a lot too. So what comes to mind in terms of that? Physical breakers that get U-turn. Nothing really. I can't really think of anything. I guess like Physical Coco, but that would just be double electric. There's really no point in playing around with that. I guess Bandits would be like the next best thing. I haven't used Banded Landorus in a while, and it's definitely my favorite set for Landorus-T. I love Scarf, I love Defensive, but Bandorus is so fun. There's nothing else really that gets U-turn and is super strong. Like maybe a Banded Mew, but that would double up on Psychic types. So let's run Bandorus right here. That will give me 2 choice Pokemon, so I probably will not be running another choice Pokemon on the team from this point forward. I like to run Max Speed Jolly on my Bandoruses just for like random base 90s. I don't remember what's actually in the tier. Isn't Roserade base 90? I guess, you could consider that. I wouldn't really consider it at all. Oh yeah, Bandorus, I guess it just ensures that you can speed tie with other, like max speed Landos would be the main thing right here. You can outspeed the Nidos, that's definitely big. You don't want to get outsped and get ice beamed by the Nidoking. Let's go ahead and run Banded right here with the Earthquake, obviously. Now this does limit my Tapu options. I don't want to run Tapu Bulu, despite the fact that I have Kartana, just because, I mean, obviously it would weaken my Earthquake. Let's run Earthquake, U-turn, Stone Edge Explosion right here. This also does give me a Hawlucha check. Landorus can take one of anything from Hawlucha from full, and you can just go ahead and Banded Explosion out of there and get rid of that, because defensive Rotom-Wash does actually die to Hawlucha from full from +2 high jump kicks, so it's very important that we have Bandorus right here to help out that weakness, and I like the direction of the team. We have our Physical Breaker, Special Breaker, Volturn Core completed, late game cleaner right here. I think it's looking very cool. What I need at this point are pivots, and when I say pivots, I mean Pokemon that can get up hazards and switch into opposing threats. So let's see right here. Heatran comes to mind. Ferrothorn would cover both Fairies and Ashran, so Ferrothorn looks really nice right here. Let's think. I also need a Z-move user. That's something I'm missing too. And I like to run a Z-move user on every Pokemon, or on every team, sorry, because the wall breaking potential on those is great. I could actually just run Z Landorus instead of Bandorus. That's not a bad idea. Make it the rocker. Let's come back to that. I think there's better options right here. I think I will add Ferrothorn to the team just because, like, it covers nearly all the pivots that we need right here. Let's go ahead and run 248. And then I think I'll run 232 as the standard. Allows you to take 3 Dark Pulses from Ashran, assuming they flinch you. So let's go ahead and do that, and then run 28 in this right here. I will be running Gyro Ball. I love dual coverage. We're not really weak to Mega Lopunny, given the fact that we have Bandorus and Scarf Kartana to check it. So let's go ahead and do this right here. Let us run Leftovers, and I'll just run dual coverage instead of Protect. Gyro Ball. I guess we'll go with Spikes first. Leech Seed, Gyro Ball, Power Whip. There we go. I like this already, because weakening the Tapu Fini could be great. Get it in range of that Hyper Voice, get it in range of that Earthquake. That all looks very valuable right here. So we have one Pokemon left. Like I said, I need a Z-move user. I might change this Landorus to Z and run something else instead. Like, Banded Landorus is fine, but I think Z Lando could be a lot more valuable right here. What Z would I run though? I guess Flynium Z would be like the most sense right here. I am kind of weak to like SD Bulu actually, so let's run Flynium Lando. Make this the rocker. We'll run Spikes on this, and then we'll figure out what I want to do with the last mon instead. Let's see here. So let's make this Flynium Z right here with Earthquake, U-Turn, Fly, Stealth Rocks, as I think fine too. It still allows us to take on the Hawlucha due to the Flynium Z. I don't remember the exact EV spread. I think it's something like 164 in speed. I'll get it changed in between. I don't want to spend time on that right now. But what I do need to spend time on is figuring out what I want this last mon to be, because Ferrothorn is not enough of a pivot on its own right here. We already have hazards, so I really don't need to figure out, like, what I want. I fly on this, right? Yeah, I do. So I really don't need to decide, like, what I want this last Pokemon to be in terms of hazards. I can just really add any pivot that I want. What pivot looks like it could be valuable right here? I could run Heatran pivot despite the fact that I have hazards. I might just make this Banded Landorus and go with Heatran as the last mon, to be honest. Like Zetran. And then make this Spikes. That's actually what I'm doing. Let's go back to the Bandorus. I want to use Bandorus today. So let's make this Bandorus with Earthquake, U-Turn. What did I have? Explosion, Stone Edge, right? And then we'll go with Zetran as a rocker instead. Gives us a secondary Fairy pivot. If I'm using this for Greninja, I need a Fairy pivot as a secondary option. So let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's actually run offensive Heatran, obviously. Max, I'm not really weak to like Gliscor at all, so I can just run Timid right here with Firium. Firium Z with Magma Storm, Earth Power, Taunt, and Stealth Rock. So that looks good right here. We have double ground immunity, we have double fairy pivots, we have an Ash Greninja switch, and healing wish supports are really going to help the team out right here. Let's make sure I add 4 EVs into Spidef right here to wrap up the team. We have EVs in every Pokemon, and yeah, it looks good right here. So obviously we can make changes to the team that anything that I want while we're playing, and let's get right into it. Alright, I got a game right here. My opponent's team looks interesting for sure. Looks like it'd actually be kind of frustrating to play against, I'm not gonna lie. As a lead, I kind of just value Landorus lead right away. Could kind of smacks everything. I do need damage on Scissor for Kartana, which is my best win con here, so catch an Earthquake Scissor. That's not doing too much at all, so I'll just Banded Earthquake you real quick if you don't mind. I'll be doing that again too, because Bulu should come in right here. They probably just realized that did a stupid amount of damage. Bandorus is so strong, and their only switch in here is Bulu. So I could double out predicting it, but I really don't want this roosting like that. Yeah, so let's get rid of Scissor while we can. And I think Scarf Kartana just won the game, which is kind of funny here. Not yet. I need damage on Heracross, but the fact that they just threw out Scissor like that, banking off my choke, is kind of funny. This comes in. What do I really not need right here? I can go Heatran, but Heatran's actually really nice. Let's go Ferrothorn here. Maybe try to get up a Spike. As they double to Heracross. Good double for sure. I actually don't pivot into Heracross very well, huh? Let's go into Landorus T here. And then maybe try to get an Explosion off. Explosion claims too, so there's that. Facade is their option. I'll explode here and claim another Mon. There's no reason not to do that. And if they give me Heracross, then I think Scarf Kartana is actually just going to win this one. Which is unfortunate, because actually I guess Hyper Voice wasn't going to do the most here. I'm faster, right? I invested. Yeah, this is why I love Jolly Lando for Heracross 2, for example. Let's see. Quagsire will die as well. If they're switching out expecting Explosion, they go T-Tar, but they give me the Heracross right there, which is exceptionally nice for me. I think at this point I can just go into... probably Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn doesn't really care about any of these. Yeah, come here. Come here, Bulu. Let's go right here for just the Gyro Ball. No reason not to do anything else. Like, I can Power Whip for sure, but... Terrain's still gonna be up after. When did Bulu come in again? How did this terrain go up? Bulu came out at some point. Was it their lead? No, they went out into it after the Scizor died and then doubled to Heracross. I remember now. So even Banded Superpower won't kill me, and if they take the drops, then this is gonna die as well, so... Yeah, Bulu's out of the way. I don't know what this team was meant to be, but kind of got blown away by my offense right here. T-Tar comes in. At this point, I just Gyro Ball this as well. I'm actually surprised Crunch killed, but I do get in my Kartana here. I can just hit him up with the Leaf Blade, knock it out. And I think this just cleans. There's no way chance he can stall out this Kartana at +1, and they're just going to go ahead and leave the game. So, super interesting game 1, but let's get another one right now. Alright, I got the next game right here. The thing is with this matchup, I kind of wish I was Trace Gardevoir just so I could actually get their Swift Swim on my side too, however. I might change that later, let's see. I need Landorus just for Hawlucha, so that's a thing. I'll lead off here with Rotom-Wash on Tapu Koko. I really can't stay in here, so I'll go out here into my... Let's go into Ferrothorn here. Ferrothorn's kind of here for this, as good as it is right here. I really do not mind taking the hit with this, and like a U-turn is very likely right here. I'll just go for Power Whip, because I want to damage Pelipper coming in, right? That's the idea. They go for U-turn. They could just go Hawlucha now and start to break if they really want to. I think Pelipper would come in, but we'll see. Getting the damage on Pelipper would be great too. Put it in range of Hyper Voice. Yeah, Pelipper comes in here. Let's see. I do get the hit off. Nice. That's going to do a bit of damage right there. I mean, I think a U-turn is very likely, so I'll just double Power Whip here. I really don't mind taking the hit with this. I actually kind of want a Gyro Ball. Expecting Magearna, right? Let's just Power Whip again, though. So they actually got Magearna. Okay, that's fine. Likely has Focus Blast, so I'll use this as an opportunity to get in Heatran. Heatran can take a Focus Blast, and it's not really doing anything here, so I can just get up a rock. So I'm really tempted to actually just stay in and Power Up another turn. Oh, well, okay. It turns out I'm going to have to only get my rocks up 75% of the time now, which is always a good time. Come on, Heatran. I need these rocks up. Kingdra comes in. Okay. We do get the rocks up. Nice. That's really nice. I think I just go back to Ferrothorn every time. On the Surf, yeah. And I can just go ahead and Leech Seed something down. Or I can just Gyro Ball Magearna for a bit. That's fine, too. Or I can get a Spike Up, that's also not a bad idea, but I do want to pressure them to Defog, however, I think they may actually not Defog if I just keep rocks up. If I started to Spike Stack them, they might start Defogging, so let's stick with this for now. If I end up getting rid of Koko, I might Spike Stack later, we don't know yet. I'm actually gonna, yeah, I figured I was actually about to cancel and Power Whip it, but actually doesn't do bad damage anyway. Let's Leech Seed here. Because now I'm out of range of Surf again, right? And at this point, I can just Power Whip. I'm still out of range of Surf. I don't care about Magearna coming in, to be honest. I'm keeping Rotom just for Swampert, meaning I just gotta keep, like I don't mind having Ferrothorn take this damage here. They give me Kingdra assuming I hit this, which I don't. I got rid of Kingdra right there, but now Kingdra gets to stick around. Kinda lame, I'm not gonna lie. Kingdra should be dead. And that's probably their biggest threat now, considering that they just got rid of my Ferrothorn using it. They opt to... That actually killed me, okay. I think Banditer's kind of kills this with U-turn, so I'm going to U-turn here expecting it to kill. I think it will. I'm pretty confident Banditer's going to kill this thing. You know what, let's not be stupid here. Let's just calc it. Landorus, like if I was Scarf Landa, how much would I be doing? Man, that miss. That really sucks, but I guess I was going to miss eventually, right? Choice Band will kill it, it looks like. 44 to 52. Yeah, let's U-turn out here, get rid of it right here. I get rid of Kingdra. I don't agree with them sacking it right there. I was just really worried about that thing living. At this point in the game, I think I just throw out my Paratran. Like, it'll allow Pelipper to come in, which is what I want to have come in right here. Yeah, Pelipper is fine. I really don't care. Like, I could have gone Gardevoir and forced out Magearna. Wouldn't have been the worst idea ever. However, here, I think I can just use Rotom as a pivot. Yeah, Rotom's fine. On a Roost, okay. And this just gives me a Volt Switch. Swampert's not going to help you. I just get a Wisp off on that. Would the Z be on Koko is something I'm curious about. Or just give me Pelipper? Okay, I don't understand the mindset behind that one. I guess I'll go Kartana now because it takes on the Swampert every time. Just limit the Swampert's rain turns as much as possible. Keep my Landorus in the back for that Hawlucha, and I think I should be good for this game. Magearna comes in. I think I should keep Kartana. But I don't want them doubling. Actually, I can just go Rotom on Swampert. I can just play the safe here, and I think I win. Charge beat. What is your team? I'm so confused now. Let's Earth Power here and start to wear it down. It's Lefty's Magearna. I'm Earth Powering mostly due to the terrain, and also I think Koko could come in. And they could just try to go for a game with a Lucha now. I could see it for sure. I could definitely. I wouldn't be surprised. This is the main thing right here. I gotta be careful. If I explode into a damp Swampert, that would be so bad. However, I'm never exploding until Hawlucha is in. Meaning if Hawlucha was to come in, I would just get rid of Unburden at that point, which would be totally cool with me. If they give me damage on this, I think they're losing to Kartana. They're really interesting play with the Pelipper. I do get an Earth Power off. Does a ton, considering. I guess I'll just throw off the Z move here. Like, I really don't mind just having it go off. Yeah, because it'll kill despite the rain. And at this point in the game, Swampert comes in, right? I don't think that Swampert's going to help them out at all. Even Power Up Punch will not allow them to... Actually, I'll just keep this and go Rotom, I think. Nah, I literally have no reason not to just Earth Power here. I don't care about Power Up Punch. They Waterfall for the kill. I just go Kartana here. They need to flinch this. That's their chance. Actually, doesn't Scarf Card outspeed? No, it reaches 520... Oh, it does, yeah. I just realized. Okay, so that crit obviously did not matter. They go Tapu Koko here. And I guess they're going to go for the Lucha endgame, which it can't happen. Unless they crit Lando, so maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe it's possible. You never know. I keep Scarf Cart just so I don't lose to, like, Koko late game. That's definitely important. Let's see. Yeah, Tapu Koko comes in. I just Leaf Blade right here. I don't care if you're Scarf Koko because it just gives me the Gardevoir. Yeah, so they do that. At this point, Hawlucha comes in. I go Lando and Explode right away. That's my play. And they're going to go ahead and disconnect. They can technically win off a crit, unless Rotom doesn't die. I guess even if they Intimidate, Rotom's going to live, so I'll go ahead and get another game right now. Alright, I got the next game right here. This squad actually has a pretty threatening matchup against my team. It is the sample team, I know what it is. It's the Nasty Plot Thundurus, Sash Lead Drill, Sash Lead Gran, and then just triple setup right here, so I'm in a little bit of a bind. Let's lead off here with Landorus-T. I want a U-turn here on the Gyarados, but I have Rotom, Ferrothorn, and Kartana, so I'm just going to Earthquake it. As they Rock Tomb, likely just going to click Stealth Rocks here. I don't care if they switch out, like, Gyarados would be your switching, and I get rid of Drill, nice. So now, I guess the Gran comes in here. What am I doing about that again? Thundurus comes in, okay. This thing's a problem. Let's go Ferrothorn on it, on a Nasty Plot. I think it's T-Bolt HP Ice from what I remember. Nope, it's Focus Blast, but they decide to miss it. When I say decide, I mean I get very lucky because they do miss it. I don't actually deal with this thing. I actually need a Ferrothorn. What am I doing about this whole thing? This kind of sucks. Ferrothorn is so bulky, hello? Just hit a +2 Focus Blast. That's insane. I'm just Thunderbolt here, right? HP Ice makes sense. Let's get in Cart now. And, I guess it was a Nasty Plot 3 attack, so then I can just click Knockoff here and kill it. It's a Thundurus, I don't think the crit matters. I'm in a little bit of a bind here. This comes in. I think my play is to is to switch out on a Protean HB Fire. I think defogging could be worth it, actually. It's probably as taunt, let's be honest, but I had to try right there. Let's go right here for Hydro Pump on the Spike, bring it down to a Sash. Just Hydro Pump again here. And I guess they're going to prevent the defog by going Como. No, okay. Let's get rid of these if you don't mind. And I'm going to get in my Heatran here. Shift Gear Combine to leftovers. I don't die to anything, so let's go right here for Inferno. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. I get rid of that. I'm pretty sure Gyarados cannot beat me. This comes in. I think I just stay in, right? And taunt. To make sure the regular Dragon Dance doesn't go up. Then I get in Gardevoir on the Clangerous. I Mega Evolve here, Hyper Voice. Do a ton of damage to that thing, and I guarantee a win here. I Hyper Voice Gyarados and then Scarf Card beats it. So that was sketchy. I mean, the Focus Blast miss sucked, but there's a reason that move has, like, really low usage. It's a really bad attack. And that's going to be the game. Mega Gardevoir is going to be able to wrap it up right there. I'm glad they were, for whatever reason, not speed boosting Como. I'll take it, and I'll be right back. Alright, I got another game right here. I think an okay game plan this time is literally just get up rocks and then spam Hyper Voice with Gardevoir. Now, the get up rocks part's a little bit more difficult than I would like due to the presence of a Deontay on their squad. I think I'm going to expect Garchomp lead though and lead Landorus-T. That is a Deontay, unfortunately. That's not the Pokemon I wish to see. Let's go for Earthquake. If you're HB Ice, you got me, man. I can double to my... I'm just going to Earthquake, though. I really don't care about Rotom coming in. That's the least of my worries right here. Yeah, they go Rotom. I could have doubled to Guard, however... Like, I can go Ferrothorn here as a pivot. Try to get up a Spike, maybe. They really can't risk their Deontay. And because of my triple steal, I'm really not worried about these fairies. They go for Volt Switch, which makes perfect sense. And get in Victini. I'm just going to slow play this early game right here and get in Rotom now. And try to get an opening with Kartana Guard late game. That's my idea here. Is that Banded? That's Scarf. And now what I can do is just go right for a Hydro Pump. I guess I should Volt Switch in case they go Tangrowth. I don't want Garchomp coming in though. I'm just gonna go for Will-O-Wisp here. I feel like it kind of covers both the Tang and the Chomp. And the Rotom. Like I can just wear all those down. That'll be okay. And even if Deontay comes in, it doesn't kill me. So like, yeah, I get the Tang in here, which is fine. I get the Burn Tang, which is always cool. Let's Volt Switch out here and likely on a knockoff, right? Let's get in Heatran on a knockoff. Yeah, that's just really good for me because now I think I'll just go for the safe Z. I get a big hit on Deontay, which is really nice. I don't think you ever let me get up rocks. They were actually going to let me do it, but even Garchomp's not the worst thing in the world to get damage on right here. That's a clean 50. Let's go Ferrothorn on their rocks. And just throw up a Spike, I think, is what I want to do. Start to get up my own hazards, and Gyro Ball now. Gyro Ball will kill Chomp. Unless they have Fire Fang, in which case I'll be a sad guy. Is that Tectonic? No, that's Continental. That won't do anything. Earthquake probably did more, let's be honest. I get rid of that right there. I gotta keep my Heatran just for Tapu Lele. This Victini thing comes back here. I guess, I mean, I'll keep this just so I don't lose to Psy Spam. I kind of wish that I was in, like, the berry range, but... Because that's 100% Scarf, which is, like, super bad for me. Let's go Heatran here. Because it covers both Tangrowth and them V-creating again. I don't think you would go hard Deontay. This is an interesting scenario. Let's try to get up rocks here. No, actually, my Ferrothorn is weak, and this is really smart. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, they're gonna go for a Volt Switch. This is amazing now. I'm glad I was able to do that right there, and not hold myself back from getting up rocks. That's really nice. Deontay comes in here. I'm gonna get in Rotom and try to get that berry to go off. They could Diamond Storm and probably kill me, but even that would be okay. Yeah, and this is amazing now because I get in here. I just got to Hydro Pump them, and it will knock out Deontay. I live a Moonblast from this percentage, I believe, so that's all cool. Tangrowth coming in will take double hazards, Hydro Pump, and burn damage, which is amazing for Gardevoir. So I think I've managed to put myself in a more advantageous position than them here. Now, granted, I still got to be scared of a few things, Scarf Lele in particular, or even Specs Lele. But I think the combination of just Kartana Guard can just have a ton of fun now. That's not killing. Yeah. Hit. Rotom. Nice. Get rid of it. Oh, apparently I was wrong. Because of that special attack drop, I'm not able to knock it out here. That's okay, though. It's not the end of the world. I can just go for a Volt Switch here. And then get in Kartana now. And I believe my best click is just knockoff. There's literally no reason to do anything else. Rotom can pivot in here, but they decide to go Tangrowth, which means AV is gone. Surprised that you would go Tangrowth to preserve a Deontay at that percentage. 48% on a crit would mean it would mean like 32% without a crit, meaning I would have to play off a roll here, which I'm not interested in. Let's instead go Heatran. Yeah, that's not a roll I'm willing to risk right here. That was a crit, and I'm able to get in on this. Okay. So now I get a Magma Storm, which would be nice if I could hit it. I did knock off an AV, right? Do I have to Magma Storm it then? Tangrowth. OU AV against Heatran. Z-Trapper, Earth Power without Insult Vest. It looks like looks like the odds of Magma Storm hitting is greater than the odds of... Let's go Landorus here. On a Victini. Okay, this is not great. Let's go back to Heatran. I mean, every time Victini comes in, that's just guard range. In fact, the next time it comes in, it is in range of Hyper Voice. If they U-turn to Rotom, I'm taunting it right away to prevent that Defog. These hazards are too instrumental. And at this point, I kind of just win by clicking a Leaf Blade, so... I think this is the smartest option, yeah. Magma Storm here. Get some nice damage on Rotom as it comes in, most likely. I just taunt it. And then Leaf Blade is the win condition from this point. I have Tangrowth in range. I have... Obviously, all this stuff is in range, so... They're actually not locked in, huh? That's cool. It's actually kind of tough. What am I doing about that? I guess I'll go Cart. This is my win con. I'm scared now. Because if this knockoff doesn't kill, what if they're Cold Berry? There's so many things that could go wrong right here that I feel like will. Let's just knock off. I'm kind of nervous. If I Leaf Blade right here and they switch out, I kind of just win the game, but I don't think I can risk it yet. Because if they stay in and recreate, then I just die, and that's the game. Not necessarily. They go Tangrowth, I get rid of Tangrowth. Maybe what I could have done was Leaf Bladed, and then had they stayed in, I kind of go for the Hyper Voice. So this is defogging, right? That would make the most sense here. Let's get in Gardevoir on the defog and claim one with Hyper Voice. Yeah, there's the defog. Makes plenty sense right here. I get a nice and Hyper Voice here, which is going to be really nice. It looks like this Rotom is 50 berry though, and I really hope... I'm going to put it in range of that, which really sucks. Yeah, that's 50 berry range. This just took a sour turn. What am I doing? I think I still win, maybe with Scarf knockoff late game from... This guy's just playing for the tie. No, I can win with a Leaf Blade still. My first step is getting damage on this with Iron Barbs. Nice, and actually, between the defense drop and 39% health, let's find out here. Kartana. Leaf Blade would kill. If I put a -1 in the calc, Leaf Blade does do, at a minimum, 41, meaning the game is over, meaning... Because if they switch out, they obviously give me a Beast Boost, so... My play is Leaf Blade here, and that should be it. Okay, so I Leaf Blade, the Rotom dies, this dies. Unless it's Fizz Def Lele, I don't know if I'm facing Joey right now. I definitely remember that Fizz Def Lele video where that Tapu Lele took an Ice Punch from a Mega Medicham. This dies, nice. And that'll be that. Unless there's Sash Lele, which, props to you if you are, man. That's not something I can play around. And I'm not going to switch out trying to, like, Hyper Voice a Sash Lele and lose my Beast Boost. That's how you choke 101, so let's just... Yeah, Lele comes in. Lele dies unless it's Sash. Yeah, no way. And that'll be that. So we're able to go ahead and win right here, which is definitely very cool. I'm going to go ahead and get another game. Got another game right here. That last one had me nervous, man. I thought I was going to lose after that whole Defog situation happened and Victini wouldn't come back on hazards. Thankfully, we were able to avoid all that right here. Nidoking is likely their lead right here, which I don't really deal with. I guess I'll lead Landorus-T on Nidoking. On Landorus-T, my bad. I thought it might be Nidoking. I'll go harder, Rotom. It's not really worth taking a hit with this, as they had the same idea. I guess we both value our Landorus-T. I can just Volt Switch out here. They have Toxic on theirs, but honestly, this just gets me Garden, so... kind of happy with this whole scenario. In fact, I'm just going to Hyper Voice in case they opt to Toxic instead of going Chansey right here. They do opt to go Chansey, which makes plenty sense. I'll get in Heatran here on an S-Toss, and this gives me my Stealth Rocks. I don't think you stay in. Yeah, you should go Rotom. This is not defogging. I really don't care about your Hydro Pump or Volt Switch. Okay. Nidoking comes in. I don't value this, and I think Rocks would be a play. They actually have to substitute. Can you just knock me out, man, so we can move on? Yeah, there you go. And, you know what? Maybe Sub was their play. I'm getting impatient here. Let's start, you know, being rational. And get this Pokemon in here. Hit him up with an Earthquake. You know what? They have 2 switch-ins in the back, right? Rotom, Lando, yeah, you got into one of them. And this allows me to get in, I think, Guard here and Psyshock. It's fine. I think a 2-hit KO's Chansey from 66. I'm pretty positive. Okay, well, they just give me the Lando, which I'll definitely take. What's my best endgame path here? I guess it's trying to get rid of Scizor with the combination of Rotom, Lando. Yeah, if I can get Scizor in range of Cart, which speaking of right here, let's go Landorus-T on this on the Bullet Punch. Let's just get a Banded Earthquake off right here. If they give me the hit on this, I'm going to be in a really nice spot. And once again, I don't care about Rotom coming in. They do give me a... Okay, the crit's really lame. They opt to Roost though, so this is kind of getting out of hand. Let's get in here and try to... I don't think you stay in, so I'll just Volt Switch out. I don't care about Nidoking coming in. That's the least of my worries right here. I just don't want Chansey coming in to get that recovery move off. That would be so lame. Yeah, get out of here, Chansey. Yeah, just get in Landorus-T. And click Banded Quake right here. And that's going to do a little too much. They get up rocks, but this thing is officially dead on entry. Rotom I don't think helps Matt at all. I think I sack off my Gardevoir here. On the Volt Switch. Scizor's still at full. Man, I think I choked this one away. Maybe not. Maybe if I get in here... I don't think they would be Will-O-Wisp Toxic, so maybe I can power up this. They're going to sack off the Chansey to rocks, right? That would be their most sensible play. They do go Scizor, though. Let's Leech Seed here. Get it low. Get in Rotom here. On a crit superpower, so I don't get my recovery. My hope here is that they stay in and choke due to this defense drop, and I'm able to sweep with... They don't do it. I had to hope they stayed in right there. That's all I could do. Yeah, Rotom comes in. I have to switch out. There's really no point in staying into Quake. They're just going to spam Volt. And then... Like, if the Scizor was gone, Kartana could do it, but... I think I messed up. Where did I go wrong this game? I think I should have played my Heatran smarter. I can just power up this on the knockoff. Or I can just miss and completely lose the game. That's fine, too. Or I can just miss 2 in a row. I mean, I still lose. It doesn't really matter. Let's just... If anything, this gives me a chance because I can maybe crit through with Sacred Sword now. That's a thing. Nice. Let's Sacred Sword that. They don't know if I'm actually locked in. If I wasn't locked in with Kartana right here, I could actually win too, which is really sad. Nidoking comes in. I mean, they just Ice Beam. I think my hope is that I crit through it right here. Now let's switch out on an Earth Power. Okay. Knock it out here. Rotom would come back in. I go Cart. I go Lando. On this. I lost, yeah. That's that. Yeah, there's nothing I can do right here. I'm in range of Bullet Punch now. They're just going to go ahead and SD up. So I could try to get it as close as I could right there. Unfortunately, that one wasn't able to work out for me. I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got the next game right here. It looks like I'm battling against some Screen Sniper offense. That's totally fine. I do like Gardevoir lead right here because it can just pressure Kyurem and Coco right away. And if they were to lead off with something that threatens me like Lando or Magearna, I have good pivots into those. So let's lead off here with Gardevoir on Landorus-T. Now Hyper Voice would do a good amount. It's kind of tempting to stay in right here, especially considering Landorus is their like best check to a Pokemon like Kartana right here, just due to the offensive nature of their team. I'm gonna Hyper Voice it right here. If they Scarf Explode, that's fine, and I'll take the damage on Magearna. Let's find out if you're AV. That is not AV. So let's go here into Heatran on... is that AV? Or is Mega Gardevoir just that strong? That's definitely not AV, right? Gardevoir against AV Magearna. That's just a max special attack spread, right? Yeah, there's no way that's AV. What came in? Lando. That makes sense. Let's go Rotom here on that. On nice rocks. Kyurem could come in here. I don't think you risk Kyurem on a Will-O-Wisp though, so I think you should go Coco. Yeah, Coco would make a little more sense right here. I think I just keep this as healthy as possible and go for Ferrothorn right here. They can screen up or whatever. They go Landorus, which, like I said, I want weakened for Cart, so let's just Gyro Ball them down. They get the rocks up in exchange for a good amount on Landorus-T right there. And I actually think it's in my best interest to spike up now. Alright, well, it would mean a lot if you could stop doing that. Let's get this in right here, and I'm going to play with the hazards up. Super obvious click right there. I probably should have just gone for the Volt, but it's fine. Kyurem could come in. Magearna could come in. It's already shown to not be Vest Mag though, so I'm curious. Volt switch non... Why did you go Gyarados? If you're sub, I don't care. I got a Volt out here. You're gonna Dragon Dance right now? Okay, you do you, man. I'm gonna get in my Scarf card here and go for a nice Leaf Blade. And thank you for the Gyarados, I appreciate you. Let's see what... I mean, I already have Landorus weakened too. Kyurem would come in here because they know I'm Scarf, but I guess Landorus was the optimal bring-in. I got a Berry out here, which is really nice. Kyurem could come in. I need to keep healthy as my Landorus. It's at full, right? Yeah, that's important for the Lucha. I'm glad I'm remembering that here. This comes in. At this point, because the Gyarados is gone, this is a lot more expendable. So I'll just give it to them here. Wow, that is specs, right? Because I have Spit F on this Rotom. 56 Spit F. Yeah, that has to be specs, right? I'm just going to double check that, like, Magnet Coco couldn't do that. OU Shika Berry. Let's just put a Magnet on it. And then give it max special attack here against a Rotom-Wash. Oh, it looks like Magnet Coco could. Well, that's without my Spit F in it. It looks like Magnet Coco could technically do that damage right there, which is scary. Let's go Landorus here. If they're switching out, it's into their own Landorus-T, which is fine. Alright, gotta be really careful about their Lucha. I still think Landorus-T can take it on. I could be wrong. Do I take a +1 acro? What I think I need to do is make sure I'm in with the Pokemon that it can't set up on. So that would be literally anything except Ferrothorn. If I can get in anything but Ferrothorn against that Hawlucha, I'll be fine. Maybe this Landorus play was a little bit reckless right here. I could end up losing to Lucha late game. Yeah, I figured Landorus would be their switch-in had they switched out, so this is fine. I get in Ferrothorn right here, and I think what I want to do now is just start to weaken it with Gyro Ball. On a U-turn, it takes some Iron Barbs right there. As they get in Kyurem, I'm pretty sure Kyurem's going to die. Yeah, goodbye Kyurem. Lucha's an issue. If it comes in right here, I think I lose. They go Tapu Koko. Their terrain goes down. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's definitely specs. I know that now. I want them to knock me out. Show me what move you're clicking. HP Ice, okay. Hawlucha, what do you have for me? I'm pretty sure Landorus is going to die to this and I lose. This is what's about to happen. Yeah, it just dies. Would I have taken it from 88? Landorus. Let's see, offensive Z move. Let's just say Scarf. Against a Hawlucha. Assuming I got rid of this Electric Seed, I have to put no item on there, don't I? Well, let's get out of the game. I guess I can play off a high jump kick miss, so let's do that first. Let's go Heatran here and see if they want to miss. I can get a Z move off. That's always a thing. If they're Drain Punch, it's 100% over. That was a... Okay, I'm glad. I was actually about to forfeit, and then they decided to go for the SD again. So that loss just turned into a win. Would my Landorus have taken that? +2? 74 to 87 at +1. So that's without... That's with defense investment. I guess that's what the defense is for. So yeah, it looks like that my Landorus had a role to live had I just not switched it into Rock. So that's where I went wrong that game. I shouldn't have gone Landorus on that Coco the initial time. I kind of messed that up. We were able to win it though, which I'll definitely take, and I'll be right back with another one. Alright, and the final game right here is going to be up against a pretty threatening squad. Mega Lopunny in particular is not a Pokemon I'm really looking forward to battling against. I like Kartana right here. I gotta be careful about Cosmic Power Clefable. Heatran can take that on. Rotom can take this on. Let's see, I need to start getting Wisps off. I need to defog the rocks away. I need to make sure Heatran stays healthy with Taunt just for that Clefable. I need to make sure that Lopunny doesn't get too threatening. That thing's going to be an issue. Because my speed control is Kartana, and that's not something that comes in on it, so... let's see, do you U-turn or go for... You go for knockoff, okay. So rip my berry. I get a Wisp though, which I'll definitely be taking now. I really couldn't care if Clefable comes in, as Ferrothorn comes in. I do get a Wisp on Ferrothorn, which is cool. Let's Volt out here. I'll play the hazard game with you. Let's get up rocks right here. I think it's worth it for both of us. Azu comes in. I'll just go Rotom here on the knockoff. I'm pretty sure I'm out of jet range too, so let's just Volt out here. They're gonna go Ferrothorn. Or did you give me the jet damage? Okay. I actually don't know if Gardevoir kills. You know what? This is the final game right here. No, you know what? Let's go Bandurus. I feel like Bandurus might actually bait them to stay in, which is the main reason I'm doing this instead. Nice. Yeah, I figured that Bandurus could be stay-in bait versus when they have two good switch-ins, right? And that just means Heatran's attacks are spammable for the rest of the game, meaning the name of the game is getting Heatran as many times as possible, for example, right now. And claim one with the Inferno. Nice. So I've actually managed to put myself in an advantageous position in a very bad matchup. I need this still for Clefable. I think I'll just sack off my Rotom here. Earthquake comes out. Let's get this in right here. I think my best play is to go for Explosion. Get rid of their Landorus T, right? Now, at this point, I can get in... They're gonna go Lopunny. Let's go Kartana here. They do go Celesteela. Very smart from them. I think I actually do value a knockoff on this. On an Air Slash, so... It's clearly autotomized. So this is kind of what the game comes down to, whether or not this thing starts to hit or not. As it's already missing. I'm pretty sure I just won had I hit that, but... Actually, I'd just lose no matter what, right, to Lopunny. At this position. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with my Kartana. I completely blanked here, but... The combination of Selly plus Lop was probably always going to win. They pup there. I come in here. My only hope is that they fear Protect and don't go for Hide Jump Kick. Yeah, but they just had Jump Kick, and that's the game right here. So, unfortunately, Mega Lopunny is going to be able to wrap that one up. We'll go ahead and end off the live right there. It was a 5-2 live. I definitely had a little bit of a blunder in that last game. I messed up my Kartana against that Celesteela. What I should have done was gone hard Heatran on that Celesteela. But had they gone for Earthquake, I think I lost to Clefable from that position, so... It was really about preserving my sacks, however, the play that I made guaranteed an Elegance Lopunny, so that was never the play right there. It is what it is though. I did hope you all enjoyed. The team can be found down below in the description if you do wish to try it out, and I will see you next time. Later.